Do you have someplace special? Someplace you just love? I do. It's called 15 Mile Creek. My husband took me there about 15 years ago. It was my birthday. He said, "Get in the car." And then he put his crazy dog, Gator, in the back, and we drove west. We went out 70 to 68, and just as those mountains start to get high in western Maryland, he pulled off at Green Ridge State Forest. He started making right turns. He went from a paved road to a dirt road, from a dirt road to finally he were just weaving a track through the woods. And then we pulled up next to this creek. The banks were deep and red, and that creek was so clear. The pebbles at the bottom of that creek, you could see them just as well as the rocks on the top. We took Gator out of the car. Now, he was a water-hating golden retriever, an anomaly of a dog, but he loved that creek. He was crashing from one side to the other, splashing through that water. And Ralph and I, we were walking through that creek. We didn't care if our sneakers got wet. We didn't care if our pants got wet. We were just having a good time. I didn't know it then, but I know it now. That creek was being mama to us. And there's a song that goes with that. Mama loved the baby, mama loved the baby, mama loved the baby, and the baby loved the mama right back. Now, it's only got a few words, so I bet you can do it with me. Mama loved the baby, mama loved the baby, mama loved the baby, and the baby loved the mama right back. You guys are good. I kept wanting to go back to 15 Mile Creek, but my husband died 6 months after we made that trip, and I got scared of everything. Everything. I mean, some days I'm scared to light a match. I wanted to go back to 15 Mile Creek, but I knew what was up there. Bears and snakes. You know, and I'm not talking about your little black racer. I'm talking about timber rattler. Or worse than that, those copperheads. They have 100 babies all born live, and every one of them full of poison. And bears? We're not talking about your little urban bear. No. We're talking about western Maryland mountain black bears. And my daughter Liz always said to me, "Oh, Mama, you just talk to a bear and it's going to walk away." I thought, They're not a bear that's listening to Susan Gordon. But I wanted to go. And it took me 15 years, but this August, I put my good dog, my Australian Shepherd, River, in the back of the car, packed up the car, and headed west. The problem was I was so scared of bears and snakes that I kept having to poop. I pooped twice before I left the house. I got in the car. I drove 10 minutes west. I had to stop at a Home Depot and go take a poop. I got back in the car, went another 15 minutes further west. I had to pull off at McDonald's and go take a poop. I went another half an hour further west. I came to Sidling Hill. Now that's a place, a cut through a hill that shows you that the Allegheny Mountains were bigger than the Rockies and older than the Rockies, but I was not noticing rock formations. No, I was heading for the ladies' room. I had to take a poop. My dog looked at me like, "Really?" I did one. I went another 45 minutes, finally got to Green Ridge State Forest. And I went into the ranger station. You know what I did? I took a poop. I got out of that bathroom. I said, "Really, Susan, you need to settle down." So I went over to talk to the ranger lady, and I decided that casual and offhand was the right approach. Bears, snakes. And she said, "Oh, they're moving, they're moving. You can find any kind of copperhead in the grass right now." I said, "Grass? I thought I was just worried about rocks." "Oh, no, ma'am. Those snakes are all through the grass right now." And lock your car. Roll up the windows. These bears up here, they can open car doors. She looked me up and down my short little chunky self and said, "You have a full tank of gas? You have a fully charged phone? Does anyone know where you are? So when you go missing, they'll come look for you?" I said, "Missing? I'm not going missing." She said, "Oh, you might." what kind of vehicle are you driving? And I stood up tall and straight. Subaru Outback, I said. 4-wheel drive. She said, That won't do. You need yourself a 4-wheel drive, high off the ground, mountain going pickup truck. Ma'am, these roads out here, they're washed out, they're gullied out, they're all dirt. You're going out there and you're never coming back. Oh, I was reassured now. I had in my hand this map that said the way to 15 Mile Creek. And I got in my car and I looked at the map. It said it was just 2 turns. I must have looked at the map 15 times. I finally crossed this little 1-lane bridge, and there was the creek. I parked under a bunch of hemlocks, and I got out and I let River out of the car, and he hit that water because he loves water, and he's swimming in it, and he's bringing back sticks, and woof, 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 and I'm going, bears, snakes, bears, snakes, bears, snakes. He got sick of it. He sat his little butt down in the shallows of that water and raised his head back and went, "Arr!" When he stopped, the whole creek was black. Night dark. No stars, no moon, dark. And then over from my left, I heard, hoo, 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 hoo. I look up. Blacker than the night was the bear next to me, humped over. And then I heard coming from the right. My dog, River, crazy dog, he went and bit the bear. And they went and bit the snake. And the snake bear went. And the snake went. And then crazy dog, he did it twice. Tall tale. Well, you know what? They were doing that fight over top of my head, and I got tired of cowering, and I stood up and I grabbed that bear by the back of his neck. I grabbed that snake behind its diamond head. I said, "Cut it out!" They did. Bear dropped down onto all fours. Snake slithered out of my hand and curled on the bank. And night lifted, and there was the dawn. And I've seen butterflies big as my fist, yellow ones, blue ones. I saw a dragonfly, its whole body was turquoise, its wings were black. And that bear bent down and went, drank up some water. And the snake drank up a little water. And there was a doe with a newborn fawn. There was a red fox with its kids. There was a yellow panther, but I wasn't scared anymore. And there was a coon pulling up a frog. And I thought, you know what? This creek is mama to us all. Mama loved the baby. You can do it with me. Mama loved the baby. Mama loved the baby. Mama loved the baby. And the baby loved the mama right back.